Steve Domenico from The Room and Regional Fight Sports, here on the phone with Matt Machine Bienia, fighting for the lightweight title at Cage Titans. Cage Titans 40, August 18th. Matt, welcome to the show, man. How you feeling and how you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me. I'm excited about this fight.
Let's get right to it, Matt. We'll talk a little bit about your career and what you led up to this fight. How did this fight come about? Because Chris has basically been called out by everybody, different weight classes, and you got the call, and you've never fought for Cage Titans. How did this fight come about?
Yeah, so it's actually kind of funny. The way Chris puts it is that he's trying to fight me, but I actually was trying to fight Chris all the way back. I pitched to my coaches all the way back in January. After I won my title, reality said, hey, we're doing our next event May 4th. I pretty much did what Chris said he did. I looked at the top guys. I saw he had just won. So let's do it. Let's fight in May. Then I discovered that he'd broken his hand, so I told my coaches to drop it, and I ended up trying to fight someone else on that show. A little time passed, and short version is I got a call from Polvier saying, hey, you want to fight our champ? And it kind of worked out perfect.
Excellent. Now, you fought for a couple of organizations. You hold two titles. You mentioned Reality Fighting, in which you won that lightweight title back in January, correct?
Yep.
I was at that fight. Very impressive. You have 5 finishes. You're 5-1. 5 finishes, 2 KOs, 3 subs. You hold 2 AMI titles, correct? You hold one in combat, in Cage Combat, and also Reality. And you actually fought for another title for the Ammo Fight League. So you're everywhere, my friend.
Yeah, I don't discriminate. I know loyalty to a promotion is sometimes good, but for me, I look at titles. I'll be honest, I don't give a shit about titles. Both titles I've won, I take some cool photos with them, and then I bring them to the gym. I hang them on the wall, and let the gym use those as advertising. I do this for fun. I have no delusions that this is ever going to support my family. So I do this for fun. I challenge myself, and I look at the belts as ways to draw out the guys that are going to avoid tough fights. A lot of people fight for that shiny piece of metal. So when someone gives me a title fight offer, I look at the opponent. It's usually someone that's worth fighting, and that's why I fight for it. It's merely just a bargaining chip to get some guys that avoid the tough fights to step in the cage with me.
Excellent. Yeah, and this is a tough fight for both of you guys because Chris doesn't have the a lengthy career. You've been at it since 2014, correct?
2015?
2015.
I think 15. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, right?
Yeah.
But Chris just, he started his AMI career in 2017, I believe. So you've been at it a while. You went for 3 belts. But Chris, in his short career, he's 4-0, 4 finishes. He's got a 6-second record for Cage Titans with a first-round knockout on his AMI debut. And what is funny, you guys went back and forth a little bit on social media, hyping up the fight because it is a big fight. Chris from the South Shore, he fights for South Shore Sports Fighting from that area, only has fought for Cage Titans, so he is kind of their poster child, and you're going into his world. How are you feeling about facing Chris as a fighter? I mean, social media is one thing, but you're going to have to face him when that cage door locks. What do you think is Chris as a competition?
Well, you phrased it wrong first. When the cage door shuts, he's got to face me. I'm the guy that's going in with more experience. I've been training longer. I've fought higher level guys. He's the one that's going in there really stepping it up. His first 4 opponents, decent challenges, but I can guarantee you that none of them are as tough as me. None of them have as good jiu-jitsu as me. None of them are willing to stand in there and just leave it all out there. There's other guys I've seen that he fought. There was quitting them. There's not an ounce of quitting me. You can watch my Reality Fighting championship title fight there. I was bleeding, eyes swollen up, and you could argue that I lost those first 2 rounds. I won the fight with about a minute left, and he can expect that all 5 rounds, there's not a moment he's going to get to rest, and he's never experienced that before. His longest fight's 5 minutes.
Excellent.
Once we get past that, he's going to be in deep water.
Excellent, excellent. And that's what, you've been saying on social media. He's been coming back. It's fun. It's funny. You guys are mentioning and have ambulances ready and stuff like that, which is kind of funny. You're putting posters out there. But, you say belts aren't important, but this could be your third one there. What is your plans? You've been at it for a little while. You say you do it for fun. You're a family man. You're married, correct?
Yeah, I got married, and then I got a 14-month-old little girl.
Excellent. Congratulations on all that. Are you looking to turn pro sometime down the line, or is this just kind of what's your deal with it?
My position from day one has been that I'm going to do this until I don't have the time to really put in a true effort into it. I don't half-ass anything. Or I suck at it. If it comes out that I suck at this, I'm clearly not going to do it. But neither of those has happened yet, so I'm going to keep fighting. I do it for fun, and if someone decides to start paying me for it, sometimes it's good to have a hobby that actually brings money in instead of spending it. So if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'm not going to lose an ounce of sleep.
Excellent. So you're traveling to Plymouth to fight where Cage Titans is based. You're going into Chris's territory, and have you ever been to Plymouth Memorial Hall for a fight?
I have not, but I've seen the photos, and it looks awesome. The crowd feels like it's right on top of you. It's
a beautiful place to fight, Matt. It's gorgeous. You're gonna have a ball in there. You're gonna be getting a lot of they're very respectful, but they cheer for their hometown guys and girls, man. So what are you thinking about going in there, and how you feeling about going into someone else's territory and trying to take their belt off them?
Oh, I knew from the moment I accepted this fight I was going into enemy territory. I mean, that's where he is from. That's where he trains. All of his fights are in that cage. I'm definitely going to be the evil guy in that cage. I expect nothing but boos from weigh-ins all the way to the time they strap that belt around my waist. But it's going to be fun. I mean, I fought at Mohegan Sun in front of 6,000 people. I'm not worried about fighting in front of 1,200. Even if they hate me a little bit more, I'm cool with it. I perform well under pressure.
Excellent. And you have fought, in front of lots and lots of crowds, big crowds. How did you get into martial arts? What is your base? What is your go-to your base?
Nothing really. I actually started training in 2013 to try and get my fat ass down in weight for my wedding. And I was super proud of myself for getting all the way down to 193. That was the weight I was when I got married. And I just kept on training afterwards. And about a year and a half later, my teammate had taken a fight, and I helped him through the whole camp. I said, screw it, let's do it. And I kept winning. Excellent. That's kind of how it just goes. I'm super busy outside of training, so I kind of fight when I'm available, which is why I've only got 6 fights in 3 years. But it works for me, and it keeps me in shape.
Excellent, and it is working for you, definitely working for you. Well, my friend, I wish you well. There's a lot of time left before this fight happens. I'm going to be loving what's going on in social media because it's a big card. It's back in their hometown. It's back at Plymouth Memorial Hall, which is a beautiful place to see. I can't wait to be there and watch it. There's going to be a lot of action that night, including your fight. I'm sure it's going to be deep in the card because, Chris is a big name there, and you're a big name coming in to try to take that strap. Last thing, my friend, how we get in touch with you, because there's going to be a lot of stuff out there that we want to pay attention to, so let it rip.
Yeah, so I've got a Facebook page, Matt Machine Bienia. My Instagram is just Matt Bienia, MattBienia, and same for my Twitter. Trying to tweet a little bit more. Right now, it's mostly just retweets of my Instagram posts. But yeah, I put everything out there. I'm a pretty open guy. I like to have some fun with it. The memes I've been starting to post with Chris, and I'm hoping to do one or two of those a week until this fight happens.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I'll be sharing both of you guys' stuff. You know what I mean? I love getting it going on social media. It just brings more fans into it for both of you guys, and it brings attention to New England. And you guys, two guys from Mass, going at it for that 155-pound amateur belt at Cage Titans on August 18th. Cage Titans 40, Matt's first time visiting Plymouth Memorial Hall and Cage Titans. I wish you well, buddy, and I'll be paying attention. I'll see you that night, bro.
Sounds good. Look forward to it.
All right, take care.
Okay.